when you win the turnover battle, which we did, till that last sack, we were over 200 yards rushing. When you ran the ball, when you win the turnover battle, you win time of possession. When you do all that, you should win the game. And we had our opportunities, and that was the story tonight. Just missed opportunities and not finishing drives. Questions?
Shane, on those drives that you didn't finish, the penalties, 13 more. It just seemed like every time one would happen, 3 or 4 more bad plays. Not just the penalties, but a lot of the plays after that just not seem to work.
Don't know, David. I'll have to look at the tape and see.
Coach, 2 very well-timed turnovers right at the goal line. Can you tell me what your team did to force those, or it was more of a gift?
No, I wouldn't say it's a gift. I'd say we worked the hell out of it, and you showed what we do, what we work. We literally showed our players those plays exactly. Arkansas lost a game to Memphis 2 weeks ago in a similar scenario. We showed them that one. The other night, the New York Jets, same situation happened against the Miami Dolphins in a Monday Night Football game. Showed them that one. We had, I forget, somebody else that it happened to this last week that we showed them literally yesterday in our team meeting about just punching the ball out. And so we worked the heck out of that. That's a drill we do in practice. And that's why I say I'm, so proud of our guys because of the way they battled. Our mantra on defense is to put the ball down, and they kept going out there and getting stops. And our offense, moved the ball and did a lot of really good. But we weren't able to finish drives.
What explanation did you get on the fake punt?
I was told that they were holding it and wasn't ready to snap. But in 26 years of coaching, Phil, I've never seen normally, to me, the center judge stands over the ball, and there was nobody standing over the ball, and the referee had his hands out, and then he backed out of there. So I don't know how the punter, the personal protector who's making the call, and the snapper are supposed to know don't snap it when the referee is standing behind the punter. Somebody's got to explain that one to me because I have no idea.
How did you feel about how Lenore's played?
Thought he battled his rear end off. He was he had some injuries. He was under pressure. Got to be better on some of those that intentional grounding. I mean, if we're going to throw it away, we got to get out of the pocket. But he gave us, he gave us an opportunity to win. He'll be the first to tell you when he comes in here, he missed some throws, and I'm sure he'd like to have some plays back. But kid's tough as hell, and made a lot of plays for us.
Your offensive line's had injuries, guys have had to move places around. How did you feel about how they played tonight, considering all that went on?
I don't want to say too much, Jordan, before I look at the tape. I mean, we had some nice runs, and I thought we ran the ball better in the second half. But, there were a lot of look, they're a good defense. They're going to make their plays, and they're going to win some one-on-ones, and we won some. We lost some. But overall, I'll have to look at the tape. We did some good, but obviously it wasn't good enough.
Shane, any initial call on Cisse and Surratt?
No. Clint, our trainer, felt like they were not cleared, but able to come back if they felt well enough to, but they didn't feel well enough to. Brandon got hit on his knee, and Shed has an ankle. But Clint, we didn't hold him out in the second half. They just didn't feel well enough to be able to get back out there and play. And then give credit to that freaking tight end too. I should have said that too. I mean, we couldn't cover 14, and that was a concern coming into the game. They've used him a lot in the red zone, and we were very aware of him in the red zone. But eight catches tonight and targeted 11 times. He was a weapon for him.
What did you think of Matt's job running the ball, and why did he go so long without touching the ball after the touchdown he had there?
Yeah, he needed to be back out there. I told the coaches at halftime, give the freaking ball to Matt Fuller in the second half, and let's get him back in the game. Can't remember how many drives drives we had after that. One was a 2-minute drive where Oscar was in there for a little bit more protection, but certainly, we got to good rotation with those three guys. But Matt's a load, and we got him back rolling in the second half. And in the first half, certainly we wanted to get him back in there. But part of that too was keeping the rotation because Sewell ran the ball really well tonight, 13 times for 72 yards, and then Oscar was in there on that drive to finish the first half when it was 2 minutes.
What would you attribute some of the failures in the passing game? You think it's mostly from protections breaking down and things not being able to develop, or was it maybe just some issues down the field?
I'd say it's a little bit of both. I think Lenoris will probably tell you he missed some guys. Receivers would tell you they got to, we knew we were going to get man coverage. I mean, that's what they play. And, that fourth down that we went for and the play to Dre on the sideline, I mean, they were in man-to-man coverage. They brought pressure, and it's man-to-man across the board, and their guy won, and we didn't. So I think there's some of that we got to win our one-on-ones a little bit better. We got to, probably Lenoris will tell you miss some throws, and then certainly protection. But there's no question about it. We've got to be able to throw the ball down the field better and take our shots for sure.
Were you asked about Rodney coming out for Boaz? I'm sorry, I came in late.
No, I wasn't. It was just part of the, part of the rotation. We had a fumble on the first play of the game, which is mind-boggling to me, and everybody heard the cadence, but Rodney apparently. And, we had planned on coming into the game, Hale, mixing those guys up and rotating some guys through. I mean, Nick Sharp got in there, and that was because he was going to anyway, and then Shed got hurt, and we had planned on playing Rodney and Bo both up front.
Shane, how do you think Sharp played in his first action?
It's hard to say. I mean, just glancing at some plays on the iPad on the sidelines, I thought he did some good things and seemed to be, having some fun out there and playing with some energy, which we need to be able to move people. And I'll watch the tape on my iPad on the plane flying back and have a better answer for you tomorrow night on the teleconference.
Last year, you guys had kind of some of these similar games that you could have won, just didn't late, and then got over the hump. Is there anything you can take from that, or completely different situation coming into this next week and trying to get over the hump?
No, I think you can take it from it. Unfortunately, we were 3-3 at this time last year, and we were on the road at Alabama and lost a heartbreaker that came down to a 2-point conversion and a throw to the end zone at the end of the game. And I walked off that field sick to my stomach because we had just lost the game, and told our players in the locker room that I hurt for them because, of how much they put into it. And these guys tonight, I mean, they were so freaking awesome tonight, our players, just the effort they played with. And we expected to win this game. I mean, we did, and had our opportunities to. So you draw on last year that we were 3-3, and we rallied and continued to get better. And this team, I know it's not pretty right now, but I feel like we're getting better in a lot of areas. And we were 3-3 and going to Oklahoma, I think, if I remember correctly. Now we're 3-3, and we got Oklahoma coming to town. So there's things you can take from it, Jordan. But certainly we need to be able to, like I told our team in the locker room, quit kicking our own butts, and before we start, kicking other teams' butts. And there was too much of that tonight. Just some of the going backwards when we're in scoring position and have a chance to really take control of the game. And that's the disappointing thing, is we had opportunities tonight to really, I don't want to say necessarily take control, but really take momentum and dominate the fourth quarter like we talk about, and we didn't get it done.
Yeah, a lot more penalties, again, especially pre-snap on the offensive side. Where's your frustration level?
High.
At this point?
High. I wish I had a better answer for you, John. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. High. We coach it. We disciplined it better. We practiced with crowd noise all week. We talked about LSU is going to be making move calls. I mean, everything that we talked about in practice, we emphasized it all week, but clearly not good enough. So the frustration level is high.
Dylan Stewart didn't necessarily have a huge night on the stat sheet, but it seems like he was in the backfield a lot. What did you think about his presence tonight?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly the
5 tackles, 3 solos.
Yeah, 2 tackles for loss, and he was in the backfield, and proud of him. I mean, he competed, played well against the run, battled, and did a good job, and gave us an opportunity.
Maybe
Yep. Thank y'all.